There's tin solder in every piece of electronics that we use, and that goes everywhere from a smartphone to an offshore wind turbine. Tungsten is really important in the tools that we use in manufacturing, and almost every region in the world has tungsten listed as one of its critical raw materials. The UK has a critical minerals strategy. Accelerating domestic production is the first part of that strategy. The deposits we have here are globally significant.
South Crofty is the 4th highest grade tin resource globally. The 3 others above it are already mines operating today. So we see South Crofty as being one of the next few mines to come on stream in the next 3 to 4 years. We've had a very busy year. We've just completed construction of water treatment plant, and that's part of the process to dewater South Crofty mine in advance of making a decision to restart mining operations here. We estimate it's going to take us 18 months to dewater the mine. In that period, we'll be looking to start some of the surface activities and then start doing the development underground to gain access to the areas that we want to mine.
Currently, 85% of world tungsten supply comes from China. If you add in Vietnam and Russia, we're at 94%. As we're the largest Western world deposit of tungsten, we have the ability to become the Western world's largest producer. We expect to produce over 3,000 metric tons of tungsten per annum for a mine life of over 27 years. Tungsten West is located in Hemerdon, about 7 miles northeast of Plymouth in Devon in the UK. One of the great things about Hemerdon is the development work done by the previous operator. We have a fully built processing facility, we have a partially developed pit, and we have a world-class integrated mine waste facility, along with administration buildings, offices, laboratories and workshops. We're in the process of completing our permitting activities, and once this is done, we'll then move into funding.
We don't want to be in a position in 10 years' time where we realise that we have an undersupply of tungsten and we're scrabbling around globally trying to find tungsten deposits when we already have one on our own doorstep.
We've defined a very major resource comprising of tungsten, tin and copper that's over 11 million tonnes at a grade of 1.17% tin equivalent. That's majorly comprised of tungsten at a very high grade, and we're looking to develop that forward and ultimately build a mine. The base case is already significant enough to justify a mine. However, the upside to that is very, very significant, and we've only just started. There's so much more left to discover, and that goes for us as well as most of Cornwall.
We're in a very geologically diverse area here in East Cornwall. We're looking at our deposit now not just in terms of being a tin, tungsten, copper mine, but a more polymetallic deposit. What else can we bring out of our resource to make it more environmentally, sociologically and economically efficient?
I think it's true to say that mining does not have a good reputation from the way that it was done in history. This time we have to get it right, and here in Cornwall we want to get it best. Our governance here is strong. We've done the first case study using the United Nations Resource Management System. It talks about the environmental impacts, social and community governance. We've got to be open and transparent. And it talks about circular economy. All of this is part of really responsible or sustainable mining. We're really in the lead, I think, here in Cornwall in getting that challenge right.
One of the new technologies that we can apply to what we're going to do here is called ore sorting. So it's using X-ray scanners to look at the individual pieces of rock before they go into the mill, and it can determine if there's tin in the rock or not. And that means that we crush and grind a much smaller percentage of rock, which means that the size of the process plant is smaller, power consumption is less. We benefit from the fact the project will be underground, so we can put all of the waste, the tailings, etc., back underground, no tailings facilities on surface.
Tungsten West does have the ability to become the first critical mineral mine to come into production, so I think there are a lot of eyes on the project, and I think it's crucial for mining in the UK in general, and certainly critical mineral mining, that we're seen to succeed and that we do succeed and bring this project online.
We're only going to have a greater demand for tungsten and other critical minerals like tin, copper, lithium, so on. If we can secure our own supply now, it takes a lot of pressure for the future.
There is no tin production in the UK. There's only byproduct tin production in Europe from some of the tungsten mines in Portugal and Spain. If we want to achieve net zero and we want to achieve independence of supply. South Crofty and Cornwall has a big role to play in that.
Today, what we've got is a renaissance of metals mining, and I think this is a really exciting chance to provide the metals we need for the energy transition, and I think it's one that the region is very well up to.